Hello everyone, I am Archana Rani. In this assignment, we are going to discuss write a Python program to demonstrate inheritance for the course of Python Programming Laboratory SYMCA. The learning objective and outcome of this assignment is student will able to learn how to use the object oriented concept inheritance in Python, and the outcome is student will able to implement the object oriented concept inheritance in any real life example. As I said it, the problem definition is given: write a Python program to demonstrate the use of the inheritance. Prerequisite for this program is you should know how to take the input and output from in a Python, what are the different data types is supported in Python, what are the different operators, and the object oriented concept inheritance, how to implement it. Problem solution is as we have to implement the Python inheritance concept. For inheritance concept, first you should know what is inheritance. So let me tell you what is inheritance first. Inheritance is nothing but it's help to define a class. That class inherit all the methods and procedure from the another class. For this class, you should define one class called as the parent class, where all the methods has been already predefined, and by using that method you can inherit that method in another class called as the child class. So parent class is a class where inherited from the other classes whatever the methods has declared, and the parent class is we can acquire the property of that base class. So for parent class, either we can call the parent class or the base class, and the child class or the derived class. Let's we see how to create the parent class. For creating the parent class, you should follow the syntax as you have to create a normal class. How we can create it, the object oriented concept, how we can implement the object oriented concept in a parent class. For example, here for implementing the inheritance concept, we have considered here the person information. For person informations, I have created a class called as the person with first name and last name properties, and I have prepared one method called as the print name method, and with the help of that method I am going to display the name for that persons. And if I create the object for that class, or if I create the object, then with the help of object I can create it, and the output I can get it here. For example, if the first name and last name I put it John and Dave, then it will print the John and Dave here for the simple object oriented concept. Now let's we discuss how to inherit these properties in another class. For creating the child class, you have to create the child class. Now how we can create the child class? Hope you are already knowing how to implement this concept either in CPP or in Java, but it is very easy as compared to create the inheritance concept in CPP or Java. It's very easy to implement in Python. As you can see on my screen that if you want to create any child class with the help of your base class or the parent class, you can directly create it. For that you have to use it the keyword called as class, and then whatever class you want to create it, child class, you have to give it the name, and in bracket which class you want to inherit the property, for which class you can directly give it the name in a child class itself. Here please note down one thing, that you can use it the pass keyword. Now what is the use for this pass keyword? The pass keyword is used when you do not have to add any other properties or method in that class. That time you can use it the pass keyword. Now in this example I am not going to add any other details for the person, but being a practical assignments or the experiment, you can try it. Okay, now how to run this program? For running this program you have to create the object for the child class only, and while printing that name for the class, you can take it, you can inherit the properties or the methods for the parent class called as the print name method. You can directly access with the help of the child class object. For example, is given in the screen that x equal to student. Student is my child class which inherit the person class, and I use it here pass keyword. So whatever properties or the methods I have taken in the person class, that only I am going to use it. So that print name method I am going to use here, x dot print name. So I get it the output here. Likewise, now for implementing this assignment, I can perform the 5 steps that take the person detail as I said it from the user. That for inheriting the object oriented concept inheritance, I use it the person details. Then you have to define the class as a person, then define the classes student and teacher which inherited by the person class, and print the final result and exit it. This is a demo program. As I said it that I have prepared one class called as the person. In that person class I have taken the get name method and get details method. Then I have inherited that class as a student and as a teacher here. For inheriting the student, I have taken the 3 arguments here. Yes, likewise I created the person class. Okay, and and for inheriting the student class I have taken one more method called as the fill detail methods. Now when I want to call the person dot the get name class, that time I can use it the person dot get name method, and I can give it the details here for the person class, whereas the second child class is prepared here class as a teacher. In that teacher again I have taken one method called as the field details. For field detail I am only using here name and branch, and for class I am using here field details as name, branch and year of that students. Likewise the details I have considered here for the base class as well as for the child class as a student and child class as a person, and simply I have called that created the object for that child class as a student class and the teacher class. And with the help of that object I have simply called that get details method, and if we run this program then the output is generated here. Person name is given here John, whereas the student details is shown here as Johnny. Then branch is CSE and the year is 2005, whereas for teacher only considering name and branch here, that is Jack and ECC branch. This is all about this assignment number 11, that we have taken the data from the user, yes, in form of the parent class and the child class, and implemented the inheritance concept and display the appropriate result on the screen. Let's we run this program. Start now. Okay, if we debug this program and then run the program, as I said it's showing here the details. Yes, let me show you. Base class here I have taken the person. In person class taken two methods, get name method and get details method. Then I inherited that person class in a student class as well as person class in a teacher class. In student class again I have considered the method called as fill details and get details, and while fill details I have called it that get name method here, which we have inherited from the parent class, that is the person class, and additional attributes I have considered here as a branch and year. Similarly for the teachers I have called the get name method, which is inherited from the person class, and then only taking one more additional attributes as a branch here, and simply get details is displaying the details. Then I created the object student person 1, student 1, teacher 1. Person 1 is calling the get name, it's showing only the name of that persons. Then the student name fill details call the fill details, and teachers object is again calling the details of the teachers. Likewise is display the details of the students and the details of the teacher, and it's printed here. Control. This is all from the assignment number 11 of the Python programming laboratory. Thank you.